defense.
That's
Sinasabi
right.
ng prosecution, dapat sufficient evidence.
No, the proof beyond reasonable doubt.
Ang defense proof beyond reasonable doubt. Gusto nila mas stricto bago i-convict ang punong
Tanong
magistrado.
natin sa ating mga law students, ako kung si Mia kung kumuha na ng kurso ng evidence sa kanyang law school, hindi pa. Si Artemus, nag-evidence, si Artemus from UST, Artemus. Sa tingin mo, sui generis, impeachment trial, hindi criminal, hindi civil, hindi administrative. What is the quantum of evidence?
Actually, natawa ko sa question. Not because it's absurd, no? Pero kasi, pinag-uusapan namin yan kanina, James, Pao, me. The problem with the sui generis nature of the trial is that there was really no stipulated quantum of evidence agreed upon by the senator judges. So, kung titingnan mo, the quantum of evidence would really depend on the mind of each senator judges. Or rather, each senator judge. It's hard to speculate as of now, para sa akin lang ha, not necessarily speaking on behalf of anyone else. It's difficult to speculate kung anong quantum of evidence required, pero kasi kung titingnan mo siya on an administrative point of view, siguro pwede na yung substantial evidence lang or clear and convincing evidence for that matter. Pero if you're gonna look at it on a criminal perspective, syempre kailangan guilt beyond reasonable doubt yung kailangan nilang i-produce na evidence. So, siguro all in all, it's really hard for me. Hindi ako makapagsalita kung ano talaga yung quantum of evidence required kasi depende talaga sa kanila. And siguro dahil na rin sa kakulangan ng pagka-agree nila, kasi 'di ba sa impeachment proceedings, the Congress itself will be the one to create the rules, 'di ba? Kung hindi ako nagkakamali, wala silang na-stipulate na quantum of evidence required. So medyo mahirap talaga, and it will really create a cloud in your mind, which the defense could actually capitalize on. Kasi walang napagkasundo ang quantum of evidence. So bahala na kung ano yung kung paano natin titirahin yung pagko-convince sa senator judges.
Gusto ko naman malaman itong opinion naman ni Julius.
Jules po pala.
Jules.
And lilinawin ko lang din na kabilang ako sa rango ng mga undergraduates ng UP, hindi po ako law student. So I'm a public administration student. So with regard to this issue, we put premium as a public administration student on good governance. And so with regard to this issue, mahalaga lamang din na balikan natin yung pinakapunto na sumasaklaw sa batayan dapat na makita natin sa lahat ng mga public officials natin. And this is manifested on RA 6713 or the Code of Conduct and Ethical Standards. And merong 8 batayan na inilatag doon na dapat mabakas sa pagiging public official mismo. And this is actually the inspiration of our survey kung bakit nga more on the trust kami yung naging basis namin. So for the quantum of evidences, I'm not also not sure. Firstly, I'm not a law student, but as a concerned student and as a citizen of this country, I really think that that our senator judges should also consider the aspect of trust. Kung maaari nilang siguro pagbasihan din, siguro basahin lang din nila yung naging resulta ng mga survey, pero hindi lamang dapat ito lamang yung magiging basihan nila. So siguro, magkaroon sila ng portion sa lahat ng kanilang magiging decision. And even considering this, kahit hindi lamang limited sa survey mismo.
Ang galing, ano? It's a legal issue, but he ventured an answer. Talagang palakpak ako sa mga leader, estudyante ng UP.
Tsaka na-relate niya talaga sa public administration.
Okay. At pero itong katanungan kay Attorney JJ. Attorney JJ, kahit na i-define pa nilang proof beyond reasonable doubt or convincing evidence, dahil hindi naman abogado lahat yung mga senator judges, hindi pa rin siguradong masusunod yung dinefine na quantum of evidence. Tama po ba?
Tama ito, no? Kasi tandaan natin na ito ang kauna-unahang impeachment trial na natuloy dito sa ating history. So, kung ano man yung pag-appreciate nila ng evidence, I am so sure because, well, yung leader ng ating Senado ay si Senator Juan Ponce Enrile na isang mahusay at batikang abogado, gagawin pa rin yung basihan ng kanilang quantum of evidence, syempre, is based on what the law says. But remember, I am really sure, no, na lahat ng senador natin, boboto ng naaayon sa kung paano prinisinta o paano ba sila nakumbinse ng ebidensyang iprinisinta. So, hindi na siguro usapin kung proof beyond reasonable doubt or sufficient evidence lamang. Dahil ang makakaalam lamang kung sufficient at convincing ba yung evidence, yung judges lamang. Okay? So, yun.
Attorney Pinky, yes, Attorney Bong? You want to add?
Palagi ko, hindi nga material kung beyond reasonable doubt or substantial evidence. No? Kasi, let's try one issue. Whether or not the Chief Justice declared these true assets and liabilities. Diba? Let's say, ang pinatunayan ng prosecution sa Pariyata, 7 alleged real estate or real properties, di ba?
21 daw po.
21. Tapos sabi ni Chief Justice, 5 lang. So, what if the Chief Justice will be able to prove na talagang 5 lang? 21 minus 5, ilan ba? 16, ano? What if the Chief Justice will able to prove na yung 16 properties hindi sa kanya? Tapos ang napatunayan niya, 5 talaga. At saka dineclare niya talaga. So, anong material ba kung beyond reasonable doubt pa bang pag-uusapan dito? Or sufficiente na ba na napatunayan ni Chief Justice na 5 lang ang asset ko, kaya 5 lang ang dineclare ko. Hindi totoo na 21 yung asset ko, di ba? So, kailangan pa ba ng rocket scientist ka para i-declare mo na guilty siya or innocent? Hindi mo na kailangang pag-isipan yun, di ba?
Si Paolo Cati, may gustong idagdag.
Yung observation ko lang, kasi I've been witnessing the trial since day one, the trend now that you see is that the defense is really good at planting into the minds of the public and the minds of the senator judges that argument for guilty beyond reasonable doubt as the standard. Because if you look at yung what the Constitution says, dapat culpable violation of the Constitution, etc., and other high crimes. So that word high crimes qualifies everything that you charge an impeachable person with. So more or less, they want to make it, and they're very successful at doing it, making it colored into a criminal proceeding. And it will work in their favor kasi they will just inject reasonable doubt in all 3 articles, di ba? Yung sa article on the SAL, and they can just say na the difference is not that big. The difference is correct, can be remedied by correction. Tapos yung sa FASAP and the other flip-flopping cases, they can say that it's not the Chief Justice alone who decided on those cases. There is that reasonable doubt that there are other justices who are also culpable for that. So that's the trend. That's the strategy of the defense until the end. They're going to make sure that there is that reasonable doubt. Most of the lawyers, malamang yung mga senator judges, will agree with that, I think.
Yung strategy na yun, whether that works to convince the senator judges, will be very, very interesting, Cathy.
At gusto ko lang balikan din yung sinabi ni Paolo tungkol dun sa naging statement din ni Attorney Bong, no, na parang napakaliit daw nitong offense ng punong mahistrado para siya ay ma-impeach. Tanungin natin kay Attorney JJ, sang-ayon ka ba dito?
Una, no, di ba, sinasabi nga ng publiko na, dapat, and other high crimes, hindi naman kasing level yan ng treason, ng bribery. Kasi hindi naman napatunayan or hindi nga inallege yung bribery. But let's go back to the basic statutory construction. Oo nga, no, yung lahat ito malalaking kaso. Pero tandaan natin, it's also a good food for thought, lalo na yung mga nagpo-political law. Tingnan nyo yung mga grounds for impeachment. Unang-una dyan, yung culpable violation of the Constitution. So, hindi nito sinasabi na dapat, in the nature of criminal cases, kung titignan yung mga nasa baba nun, halos lahat yung criminal in nature eh. Pero hindi ibig sabihin na porque pare-pareho kayo ng nature, dapat criminal in nature din, yung culpable violation mo of the Constitution. Read again, I think, Article 7 of the Constitution regarding the judiciary. Ano yung exacting standards ng judiciary? Okay? Ano yung inaasahan sa'yo bilang isang mahistrado? Ngayon, kung mayroon ka bang hindi nasunod tungkol dito sa exacting standards ng konstitusyon, paano ka ma-check o mababalanse ng taong bayan? So ito, magandang exercise ito. Itong impeachment trial natin, magandang exercise ito on the checks and balances on our government. Not necessarily to convict him, but just so we can exercise yung checks and balances natin.
I'd like to, JJ mentioned about yung exacting standards on the Chief Justice. Mia, this will lead us to talk about ano yung ine-expect natin from our Chief Justice? Anong klaseng integrity? Anong klaseng ugali? Anong klaseng karakter? Sa tingin mo ba, are we elevating the bar or are we lowering it down?
I think, first off, from the Chief Justice, first, this is a personal opinion, he should be a man beyond, or he should be an individual beyond reproach. He should be a person of integrity. He should be a person whose character is unquestionable and unflinching. In line with that, I think that this entire process is good because we are actually trying to raise the bar or trying to implement good standards of what we as a country should expect from a Chief Justice. It's really very simple in a sense kasi kailangan taong tapat, di ba? So I think it's good because we do raise the bar through this entire process and the entire process of going through the impeachment process.
Maganda nga, Mark, na subaybayan ng taong bayan itong mga magaganap pa dito sa paglilitis. Pero gaya nga ng nasabi kanina ng isa nating mga panauhin, ay naiinip na ang taong bayan. Bago tayo magtanungin natin si Jules, nawawala na ba ng interes ang mga taong bayan, lalo na kayo mga estudyante dito sa impeachment trial?
Well, sa UP alone, especially sa mga co-student leaders ko, na iinip sila in a sense na mas marami kasing ibang issues sana na napag-uusapan sa Senado. Though meron namang 6 laws na napasa, meron pa rin yung panahon na ginagamit ngayon for the impeachment, sana mas na-focus na for the other issues. So sa ngayon, welcome sa Paralegal Society. Kahit hindi initiative to ng Student Council, ng University Student Council, we're making our mechanisms for the students to be involved. So yun nga, bagamat tapos na yung first phase namin, we'll be releasing our second phase as soon as nag-resume na yung impeachment trial by May. So dito namin papakita na kahit summer break na, tuloy-tuloy pa rin yung pakikialam ng mga mag-aaral. At nakakatuwa na ito nga, nag-release na rin ng report ang Student Council Alliance of the Philippines na yung iba't ibang mga universidad na nag-participate din, same survey na ginawa namin. At pinapakita nga dito na medyo consistent din yung results. So basically, I'm saying here na talaga nakikialam pa rin yung mga estudyante dito at sana mas magpatuloy ito para at least informed din yung magiging basis ng desisyon ng bawat mag-aaral.
Napakaganda nung nabanggit ni Jules, na 6 laws lang pero maraming dapat na pag-usapan. Nabanggit ni Mia kanina na tinataas natin yung ating expectation for the Chief Justice. Lahat tayo nagdadasal that this will all be worth it for Bayang Magiliw. We will be right back.